Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to Crendor Talks in front of a shitty green screen. It's been a while since I did a Warhammer hobby update, so I thought I'd talk about what I'm doing, what I'm working on, and then show you, because I got it all over here in my work area. It's been fun. It's been a Seraphon spring, and probably a Seraphon summer up until 40k stuff, but it's been actually a crazy year so far. I mean, at the start of the year, I worked on Beast of Chaos and Gloomspite Gits. I went like all out in Beast of Chaos and Gloomspite Gits. And then the Ossiarch Bone Reaper and the Soulblight book came out. I don't have any Soulblight, but I had a bunch of Ossiarch Bone Reapers, so I started building more of those and painting up some of the stuff that I had previously, but I was like, this book sucks. And now their book's very good. So, I was working on some stuff there. And then, before you knew it, the Seraphon stuff was coming out. And I was like, dude, I can't handle all this. And then all my 40k armies are going to be getting, all the 4th or whatever, the 10th edition updates and everything, right? Like, who knows what's going to be good? I say that, but I'm still going to run, like, my kill rig with the squigs, But maybe my Necrons will actually be viable. Who knows, right? And then I finally started building a bunch of my Tyranid stuff in anticipation for all the new Tyranid things. So it's been so much. It's been a lot of Warhammer and a lot of building because there's like so much new stuff I got and all that. So it's been crazy. Plus, on top of all that, I ended up getting a lot of Seraphon stuff early because thank you to Games Workshop, they sent I was gonna say us, but they sent me stuff early. I guess us is in like content creators, right? So that was nice getting it early, being able to build and paint and get stuff ready to show off for everybody. But I've been blown away by the Seraphon line, man. It's been so good. I've been dreaming of this day, right? Like when I first got back into the hobby almost 4 years ago, just building those old Saurus warriors and building the old resin slan and just all those models. The only thing I was upset about was the Saurus Sunblood getting taken away, because I was really hyped. That's one of my favorite foot heroes, but I'm still hopeful because, as we all know, GW loves to give foot heroes out. That is their favorite thing. Like, if you need anything in an army, foot hero is going to be, like, the highest on your wish list because you know it might actually happen, right? Like, for this last year, every time you got a Battletome, you get a foot hero, right? Some people got more than a foot hero, but for the most part, you'd get a foot hero. So I have hope in the future that, like, just at some point, maybe for a Warcry box, maybe for an Underworld warband, or maybe just randomly out of nowhere. Who knows? But I just want that, or the lore. I know there's a whole bunch of, narrative books coming out with models coming, which all look amazing. I love the new, the new Nurgle guy. I can't think of his name. He's just a remake of the old model, which looks amazing. And, I love Nurgle, so I'm like, hell yeah. And then the orc guy, oh my god, that's probably my favorite one, dude. The Mega Maw Crusher guy, like, oh my god, that's gonna be a day one get for me. But aside from that, I've been just working on my a lot of my Seraphon. So I've done a lot of building, and now I've done a lot of painting. So let me just go ahead and show you. Let me swap over to my Warhammer setup here, and then I gotta move my microphone over. Hold on. Sorry if it sounds terrible. Alright. And then, I can bring my OBR stuff I'm working on as well. Here we go. Alright, I think I got everything. Alright, welcome to the Crendor work area. So, first up, let me just, there's so much stuff over here. First off, let me show my my Ossiarch Bone Reapers I've been working on. So this is Archon, and I'm pretty happy with how Archon turned out. Just a lot of contrast paint, and then, some metallic dry brushing and stuff, but, I really just wanted to get him painted. That's a lot of the things I try to do with a lot of models, just get paint on the model. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times you're like, oh, I'm not going to paint it well, so I'm going to delay it, or I'm not going to, it's going to take a while. It's like, no, you know what? Just paint him, because for a fact, other stuff's going to come out. I'm gonna end up building, you know, painting Seraphon. I'm gonna end up painting Tyranids and Orcs and all this. I'm like, just paint them, right? Paint them while you have the motivation. So I did, and you know what? I'm very happy with it. You know, he's just a solid contrast Archon. He's Archon the contrast. Our contrast. The black. Well, he's not even, you know. I guess his throne's kind of black, but, you know, our contrast. I think that's great. Then, Catacross, I tried to slap chop Catacross, whatever his name is, and I think it turned out pretty cool, and I like the way a lot of this looked with the contrast paint and the slap chop method, but I just did some of it, and then I kind of stopped. I was like, this is a lot of work, and he's one of the models where, like, I want him to look really good. So I did, you know, some contrast, some dry brush, and the whole slap chop thing, but this is as far as I've got. But at least he's like, you know, he's got some color on him. That's fine. I actually really like the blade I did. I think the blade looks sick. I tried to give him all these like purple Naderite blades. Then you got the scroll right there. I think looks cool. So that's a cool one. Then we had the we had the Seraphon temple I worked on. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I was like, I don't know. I never really had the motivation. And then when all this stuff came out, I was like, dude, I got to paint my temple. So here it is. It's primed in Runelord brass. And then I went through and I painted each individual vine and each individual leaf. And then I painted each of these things on every side. And then up top as well. And then I just shaded the entire thing in Agraxler's shade to kind of null or, you know, dull down the shininess of the Runelord brass and make it a bit more stone not even really metallic, but, you know, more of that like stone earthy brick feel while still having that like metallic shine to it, because I really did like that. And, you know, there's still work to be done. I can still highlight a lot of stuff, but for the most part, when I put it down on the table, I am now pretty happy with it being like, yeah, that looks pretty sick. So I like that a lot. I'm happy with it. You know, I can, you know, come back to it whenever and kind of highlight and do the finishing touches, but it's good enough to play with. Then, this is my slan I've been working on, one of the new slans. So, again, I've, you know, slowly but surely been working on things piece by piece. I get motivated, I paint one thing, and I'm like, that's good enough. I did do his base, though, so you can see his base right here, just very muddy and swampy. I got my little frog there. I definitely need to highlight him and do some work. And then kind of this, you know, brick area. I did like some Agrax Earth Shade and dry brush some stone. Just, you know, wanted it to look really swampy. And I'm pretty happy with that. And then, you know, obviously I just got to do his throne thing, which, speaking of thrones, I have been progressing on my Lord Croak. Here he is. So here's Croak himself. He's been, you know, just a lot of gold. The new contrast paints actually, I think, look really cool on feathers, especially for Seraphon feathers. And then, you know, doing his like mummy backing, and I just kind of got to do his like his staff and his other staff and some little details and everything. But, you know, he's coming along. And then his actual throne here, you can see I've just been kind of, you know, the feathers, the gold, the other gold, more of a rose gold, and then just kind of working on vines and, you know, these stone structures, and then kind of doing this like swampy base look. I think it's been really fun. I've been really into basing lately, you know. I'm not like great at it, but, you know, I've just been kind of having fun trying to mix it up. Just do different types of bases, which leads me to my other things, which is I've been basing. So here's one of my bases, pretty basic, a basic base. Haha. Okay, sorry. The Troglodon, which, you know, here's my Troglodon. You know, I'm happy he actually gets to be played in the game now. That is very nice. Especially. Just he can be played in both lists because he gives -1 to hit all around. So he's actually a really nice support dinosaur. I've had a lot of fun playing with him, and, you know, he does some mortal wounds. He, you know, helps Lord Croak out. He helps all the Saurus out. He's been great. He's been really fun. as opposed to his old War Scroll. Here's my Saurus Old Blood. So this one's more of like a deserty, rocky type base I was going for. It's okay. You know, I was like, but I wanted to try it out, so I was happy I got to do that. And then here's the one I've mainly been working on, which I've been trying to do like water. And it's a lot more difficult than I thought it'd be. So you can kind of see, I got like all the grass, but then I did some mud along the outside, and then I did the actual like Vallejo water texture. The issue's been like just getting the right color for the water, because I don't want it to be like clear, but I don't want it to be like, you know, too murky. But right now you can kind of see it's got like this kind of white hue to it, so I don't know if I should just paint over it and then maybe do another layer. If anybody has any water tips, let me know, because I really enjoy doing, you know, kind of like this where it's like he's walking over a river or something. But I don't know, it looks okay, but I want it to look better. So let me know your water tips. This is my Scarvet. And then here I took some old Saurus Knights and glued on skink heads, so I have some makeshift Raptidon riders here, which, you know, to be fair, I think they actually look pretty okay. They look better than I thought they'd look. Like this guy, like, look at that. It's not that bad. And it saves me money from having to buy more and build them. So, you know, makeshift Raptidon riders. I think that's pretty much it. There's probably some other stuff I've done, but let me just go back over here now. Swing this back around. Whoa, okay. Sorry if that sounds terrible. There we go. So that's what I've been working on. Let me know down in the comments section below what you've been working on, as well as your water texture base tips. But man, I'm almost 4 years into this hobby, and I still love it. You know, I'm still playing, you know, at least a game age of Sigmar every week. Sometimes I miss a week. Sometimes I play like 2 in a week, but I still just love playing the game. I love talking and meeting people through the hobby. It's been great. A lot of cool people. And I'm excited to play some 40k 10th edition. It's going to be great. I'm excited. It's a little more Sigmar-y. It's you know, fixed some of the issues I had with it, with the bloat and the stratagems and reading melee profiles. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be doing a lot of Warhammer this summer. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.